Hey YouTube, it's Lady B. Let me get straight into it. Basically, recently I started a hairdressing course, and initially I thought that I'd be studying hair on the whole. It turns out that the course is separated into European hair and black people's hair, Afro-Caribbean, Afro-American, whatever you want to call it. I was actually quite offended by this, not so much to say that it was racist, but I just felt as if you're going to learn hairdressing, whether you're black, white, yellow, blue, you should learn all hair types. You should learn different hair types, different hairstyles, everything. So I was a bit disheartened by it. Had a conversation with the lecturers and they didn't seem to find a problem with it. So it kind of, you know, it did offend me. So it's sort of inspired me to search into why there's such a negative attitude and view of black people's hair. And so I just did a little search, not no extensive search, but you know, just a little Google search, just into the basic origin of our bad attitudes and views and care of our hair. So I did a little Google search and I found something that I found quite interesting that I wanted to share with you. So I took down some notes and I'll just read out some. So this is what I found. So upon arrival to the Americas, slaves lacked the tools, skills and ability to meet local aesthetic standards. The issue was most particular to women. Furthermore, there was no time for hair grooming, as slave masters worked their subjects 12 to 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, I mean, I can understand them saying that, you know, there was no combs on the slave ships, but I'm quite offended at the fact that they say that we lack the skills, because I'm pretty sure before slavery we were doing our hair. Our ancestors was doing their hair. So yeah, to carry on, it says, to resolve this, slaves began using sheep fleece carding tools to detangle their hair, which resulted in widespread scalp diseases such as lice and dandruff. Slaves invented remedies for disinfecting and cleansing their scalps, such as applying kettering and cornmeal directly onto the scalp with a cloth as they carefully parted through the hair. So, you know, it shows you that basically, I mean, if you put yourself in the position, you're taken from a place into a new place, you don't have the means to clean your hair, but you want to, so they were using things that were obviously not good for our hair, but you know what was there, and it was causing diseases and all kind of madness to the scalp and to the hair. And so it goes on to say that slaves began to use axle grease to straighten and dye their hair. Now this was a bit further on in time, you know, as they had children and their children had children. And it says that cooking grease such as lard, butter and grease were used to moisturize the hair. So that shows you right there, from way back just in slavery, you know, that's where it all started. That's where the poor hair care started, because we were using anything for our hair. We didn't necessarily have the means, as I said before, to care for our hair and get the right things that we need to moisturize our hair. So we were using anything possible. And obviously, you know, as time went on, it says that slaves began exploring solutions for straightening or relaxing their hair, as straight hair was seen as more acceptable than kinky hair. So in society, obviously, being a white person was obviously of a higher social standard, and so it shows that black people, you know, they looked up to their slave masters. They wanted the black women wanted to be those white women. The black men wanted to be those white men. And that is where all of this straightening came from. Because we started to look negatively upon our kinky curly hair because everybody else did. It was seen as a bad, dirty, disgusting thing. And I think an ugly thing, an untamed thing, something that we couldn't control. We didn't have the sleek, smooth hair as it's seen today. And so we don't embrace the fact that, you know, God gave us thick hair with volume, and, you know, we just lack the skills to care for it. And so we believe that, you know, our hair does not grow. There's so many misconceptions. Our hair doesn't grow, our hair breaks. I mean, yes, our hair is very fragile, it is very brittle, but, you know, there are ways to care for it, and there is a movement online, you know, of women that go out of their way to show us how to care for our hair. And I just believe that, you know, it's the greatest thing ever that, you know, these women are taking time out of their lives to show us how to care for our hair, because, you know, I'm a culprit as well. I mean, I haven't relaxed my hair, but, you know, I am a culprit of, you know, abusing my hair and using the wrong things for my hair, you know, putting too much pressure on my hair, on my edges, you know, putting too much product, not washing my hair regularly enough, because, you know, water is seen as such a bad thing for hair. So, you know, I'm not going to break down, you know, everything you need to do for your hair, because, like I said, there's women online that tell you that in detail and, you know, best describe it. But, you know, just to show. But, yeah, let me get back into this. So it says, after the 1860s, some African Americans continued to straighten their hair in order to conform to their white beauty ideals. In early Euro-American society, black women adopted the social behavior of their white counterparts in order to thrive or to avoid mistreatment and legal and social discrimination. Some women and men used household bleach to lighten their hair. So it just shows you the extreme and the miseducation of black people today and back then, you know, the damage that we do to our hair, not realizing, you know, that it's going to break and fall off, and it's not going to appear to grow, because every time it grows out of the root, it breaks at the every time it grows out of the scalp, it breaks at the ends. And so, you know, like I said, I'm not going to go through the hair care, but I am going to go to just say that, you know, to care for afro hair, it's not very hard. And I think we make it harder than it is, because all you have to do is, you know, wash your hair regularly, moisturize it daily with the right things, wear protective styling. You know, don't have to have, just if you've got long hair, you know, good for you, God's blessed you with long hair, but, you know, you don't have to have it out for everybody to see it all the time. You can plait it, you can protect your ends, you can roll it, you can do pretty cute styles, but, you know, you don't have to show the world that you've got long hair, because, you know, at the end of the day, there's consequences, and, you know, a few months, years down the line, you're not going to have them that long hair anymore, you know, because that's just the hair we have. And, you know, even to cover your head would give you more of a benefit. And, you know, I'm not even just saying that to everybody else, I'm also telling myself these things, because, you know, like I said, I am also a culprit of hair abusing. And it's only recently that I've become aware of, you know, afro hair and the way you need to care for it, and it's an enlightenment, it really is. Hair's not everything, but obviously it is a big part of our lives, and, you know, as women, we do want to have long hair. I don't care what anyone says, you all want long hair, okay? And so, you know, you've just got to sort of stay away from certain things like the parabens, the sulfates, alcohol, all these things from the you know, the Asian black hair stores. You know, most of their products are cheap, and not even cheap, because a lot of the things that are overpriced are not very good for your hair either. So, you know, you've got to just pay attention to the ingredients. You've got to look at everything, you know, and you've really got to research it and sort of do what's best for you, because at the end of the day, yeah, we might have poor hair care for ourselves because we may have learnt that from our mothers or, you know, our grandmothers, and they've learned it from their mothers and their grandmothers. But, you know, we could make a change now by learning these skills for ourselves, and then, you know, when we have children, we can teach them skills and help them to care from their hair from a small age. And, you know, we can turn this cycle around, because you don't have to view your hair as anything nasty, some picky head. You don't have to view your hair in that way. No, you don't have straight hair, and, you know, no offense to, you know, if you want to relax your hair, because, you know, that's your choice, but even if you relax your hair, you've got to care for it, you know. With relaxed hair, you've completely damaged it. You've completely changed the structure of your hair. So therefore, you've got to take the responsibility to, you know, do the treatments. You've got to wash it regularly. You've got to do the treatments. You've really got to care for your hair, because, you know, you've weakened that hair. And so, you know, I'm not looking down on anybody that relaxes their hair, but I just wanted to sort of bring it home, where that came from, where that mentality to straighten and to conform came from. I'm not saying that you personally did it because you wanted to conform, but I'm just saying that's where it originated from. So, you know, a lot of people do things today where they don't really know where it came from, why they did it, but that is the reason. So, yeah, I thought I would just hit that home. Lady B, I just wanted to show that, you know, I've just started caring for my hair, so it's not very long. But length is not really my main goal. I really just want healthy hair. So, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say it's majorly short or majorly long, but it's an okay texture. You know, I'm thankful for what I've got. It's not majorly long, it's not majorly short. It's okay for me. It's manageable for now. Like I said, I'm not really aiming for length right now. I'm aiming for health. Ooh. But yeah, so I'm aiming for health, and then maybe as time gets on, I will aim for you know, as time gets on, I will aim to sort of, my bad, I do apologise, my hairband broke. Yeah, as time gets on, I will aim to kind of grow the length, but that is not my initial concern at the moment. So yeah, look forward to my videos coming up, because I will be doing length checks and things and health checks every 3 months, but I will be doing videos in between, probably ranting about something else. But you know, check out my video, see what you think, leave your comments, and hopefully see you another time. Bye.